Going to try to go get Bahamut. Ah, yeah, I get this now. Yeah. I run away from this fight. I think every time we sort of screw up with the lights, that happens. No, I'm not quite sure. We're going to be pushed to this start. So we'll have to do this over and over again. You have perceived the resonance. Problem here is I don't know where I need to go, so this might not be a simple matter. Only gonna move when it's fully faded out. Not going to find anything particularly clever. An annoying thing. I really hope that when we get to the tank, that's it. So you wish to challenge me? No options here. It is not our will to fight. Okay, I think this is good. We can't avoid fighting, it's just... We don't want to get set back into the other side of the room where we have to go redo all that. Fighting is something we can do. We should be fairly well protected against fire attacks in general. Ooh. might want to, if the game gives me a option, I'd like to reset my elemental resistances. Please use air and fire. I'd like to protect myself against both if I can. Not sure what Bahamut will use, but this might be an indication of what to defend against. You can use aura to quickly do some limit breaks, but I don't think I want to do it here. We're going to have to do it against Bahamut. And we don't. Auras aren't that cheap of a spell that we can just throw them away against any trash. This is a bit problematic though, because we're having dialogue with the bastard, which means if there's going to be options, I think the situation is going to be similar to UP, Final Fantasy VII. If we basically pick wrong options, we might not be able to get into the fight and we have to repeat things used differently. So we have to be very careful. Only two options. I want to make sure there are no hidden options. Usually if there are, that's the correct answer. Begging me for mercy? Never. So every time I think when we're going into... Oh, Sunset. Excellent. For once it was nice to have this. Every time I think we go in the correct direction, we'll get a fight. We have to be worthy, so we're not going to show any weakness. Certainly not going to pack down. Damned imbeciles, why do you wish to fight? Yep, secret option. Take the secret options. Okay, for the sake of protecting something, none of your business. Damned imbeciles. Ah, it's our nature. There is no real reason. Basically, I think I'm not saying anything I'm thinking of. I'm just thinking of these things. Maybe we were born only to fight. I see. Interesting. I am Bahamut, the great guardian force Bahamut. Holy shit. Not have done that. I mug you. Hyper wrist. We have a meltdown, do it. We should have aura somewhere. Not have done that. There's no point mugging him anymore. Quisiso is on healing duty. Probably should cast protection spells. He's fairly good at killing things. Do we have protection? He hasn't used any abilities yet. So this would go back. Although in the overall scheme of things, in these tough fights, this should not be a tough fight for you. Yeah, very easy overall. Not that dangerous and very easy to take down. Bahamut card. Easier than I thought in fact. Another path to your destiny awaits. You are indeed an interesting one, brimming with passion. That's the path down, but that's not something we want to take at the moment. Definitely not. Definitely not. Once we have the lion hearts, then we would at least have a chance. There are probably other ways. In many ways, even though I've used this party, Zell is, I think, one of the strongest ones. Simply because if you get his attack to do a huge amount of damage, he can, with his limit break, he can just keep repeating it a huge amount of times. Quistis is good against anything that's not a boss fight, really. But I wouldn't pick her in a... She wouldn't be my first pick in really tough boss fights. Selfie is sort of a cheat option. I think Selfie basically has an instant kill ability that works pretty much on anything. I do mean anything, but I haven't even seen it yet, not even once. So it's not going to be something that I'm not sure what brings it up. I'm pretty sure level has something to do with it. So as long as we are at this level, we're never gonna see it. But it's the... If you really have nothing to counter the enemy, you can still try to keep Selfie in the fight for long enough for her to do her special thing. Rare item. More likely to receive rare items. Okay. Mugging. Move hit points. Magic plus 60%. Strength plus 60%. Ability times 4. 2 to 3 have been what we've had so far. So this is fantastic. Auto protect. Protects activates automatically in battle. Only 1 magic spent while double. You can probably get that to only 1 magic spell while triple, so basically cast 3 times a spell by only using 1 magic. A lot of good abilities. I don't know what the rare item means, but I think if we want to go hunting for the pieces, for the sword and the stuff, a rare item is probably something fun. It has to be junction to Squall, simply because it has the strength bonus. And in many ways, we do want the extra abilities. Want strength, we want maybe hit points. Although vitality and hit points. We want some kind of deterrent protection from physical attacks. I'm less concerned about magical attacks, because magical attacks tend to be bullshit abilities in the real tough fights, like the Emerald Weapon ability that does 1111 points of damage times the materia you have in Final Fantasy VII. So it does that damage regardless of what your defensive abilities versus spells are. So the real tough ones will have similar abilities. They either take down a certain percentage of your hit points, so your spirit doesn't matter at all, or they probably have a certain amount of hit points they take down. So instant death or something that leaves you very close to death. Things of that nature. So as wonderful as spirit is, outside those boss fights, you can still have a lot of elemental defenses which amount to more or less the same. So physical protection, the amount of hit point buffer we can get that's more important to me at least. We just don't have things to put in here. The ring is here. We need to find more about the ring. Eden is here. I don't think we can face that defender without having some massive amount of damage ability to just put out. We just don't. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of hit points at that point. And I think the toughest enemy in the game, which is not related to Guardian Forces, will have a million or more than that. So if we want attacks that basically are almost, well, not impossible, but very hard to protect against. You have to really know how to counter them rather than just put your stats up and throw some couple of protection spells. That's not good enough. Shrink plus 60%. I want to raise the strength, vitality, and hit. Well, basically hit points and strength naturally, because the less we have to junction, I think the maximum value is 255 on stats, 9,999 on hit points. The less we have to use our ability slots to actually reach those values, and we have to have those values against the tough bosses, at least on the hit point front. Strength is debatable. It just means you can take things out faster. So that's not my goal to get 255 strength. It's just that's the maximum. Hit points have to be the maximum though, and the less we have to use these to get that, the better. So the higher our natural points would be, all the more better. Still, there's an 80% bonus to that, so we don't need a huge amount. Few level ups and some points gained through the hit point bonus, and that's probably enough. We are going to have take something to reach that value though. I'm fairly certain of that. I would be happy if that's not the case, but I suppose Quistis is a good example. She has 9,600. What does she have? She has 2 HP abilities. A single one, the 80% has to reach full hit point amount. No ifs or buts about that. I think I want to make vitality bonuses for her too. In general, the bonuses are now at the moment more important. I don't want to maximize things too much. So what I'm saying, I'm not going to change the, for example, party composition, because I could use the people I don't intend to use to level up. Squall has to be there, so we could put all the attribute increases on level ups on him and remove, for example, Sylvia Christis. Put some kind of secondary characters there. And raise Squall to be as fast as he can be, then put in another of the main group guys in, raise her with all the stats boost and so forth and so forth. If we would just go for pure damage, I think Zell, Squall, and maybe Irvine might be the best. Or maybe Renoa. I'm not 100% sure. Renoa would be a spellcaster though, not a melee. Irvine would be better physical damage. There's only one good ammo as far as I'm concerned for Irvine, that's fast ammo. If he has a good attack value, the fast ammo will do thousands of points of damage anyway on it. And instead of having to wait a huge amount of time before you can fire again, you can basically spam it as fast as you can. But it's another ability that can do a lot of damage. I did not intend to land. Still, what we're gonna do now is basically level up these. No. I'd like to at least attempt to find out what the fuck do I need to do with the ring. It was found in S-Star, so I was hoping someone there might be able to give us some clues or advice about it. We also, I'm not sure I care about the Mr. Monkey horse shit. At the same time, with Encounter None, we could probably do a lot there. Certainly not a priority at the moment. Let's put it that way. There aren't that many sites here, so... do not want... well, we might as well have fights if they come our way. Doesn't matter. That's not our goal here, though. I don't think this has anything to do with the ring, but at the same time, it shouldn't take long to just quickly visit and talk to the people. I doubt it's... yeah, there's nothing here. But I doubt it's anything that we really can find all that much information about. There might be something else we can do. Not sure if the spaceship has the capability, but how to read the magazines we've been picking up. That might contain the necessary information too. We can do it in the garden, I'm sure of that. Tornado there. We really could use some of these. I don't want to do this. Not with you at least. And we don't have mugging. Huh, doesn't really matter. We're not collecting items at this point. Tornado. Show me what Tornado can do. Tornado would be a good junction to magic defenses, yeah. And not all the vulnerable to Tornado. It's gonna take forever. about Meteor? How vulnerable are we to that? Not all that vulnerable. Okay, he casts a spell as a counter attack. So trying to attack with everything is just catastrophic. Although in many ways we would like Squall or Quistis to get to low health, where we can finish things. Okay, Squall would very likely go into yellow at this point. No. Yeah, we should have quizzes constantly in the mid-break stage. Just the fastest way to handle these situations. It's not actually doing anything if we don't attack. Barrier. Quizzes can learn Blue Magic Mighty Guard. Well, I can live with that. I totally forgot that there's a lot of abilities we probably could have on Quizzes that would make her much more useful in important boss fights, and I totally forgot the support abilities. It's probably only one or two few abilities anyway it's missing. We have no healing ability, so we're definitely missing that. Well, I have no idea where you'd get it though. I did not expect to get the Mighty Guard from this. I expected to get it from maybe from a turtle or something. Defend all party members. Yeah, encounter none. Oh, I missed the... The information I'm thinking of that we might want to know. Do we need to land this thing to do that? I need to get access to some kind of computer. I know how it's done in gardens. There's student computers there. Can I access anything here? No. I need to go there. Maybe I do. I think that might not be a bad idea. A lot has happened since then. Vanished from Galbadia Garden. Everything I built up gone. After wandering around mindlessly, people of this town welcomed me with open arms. The townspeople encouraged me to start over. Very kind, even towards a man like me who has nothing. I'm so ashamed. Well, thanks for sharing. Is this the fastest way to the garden? There has to be a better way to do things. Still, we only have to do this once. Maybe. Actually, I don't know. We have there's Timber Maniacs, that's the magazine. So what I think happens with the Timber Maniacs is that there's some kind of articles from there being added to the computers. I haven't used a student computer even once, so I didn't really remember that. But I think there's articles added to that. So I'm hoping that one of the articles might mention about something about the ring. If not, we'll go to SR, talk to people, maybe talk to Odin might know something. The problem is I don't even know, because you can't really ask people anything, so it's impossible to know who might mention something about it. I don't think it's just a guessing game. At the same time, if you have the items, it's probably going to activate whether you know it or not. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that you could accidentally activate it. But that's not very likely. Do you use these things? Okay. Turn the power on. Basics, garden, message from garden, square. Ooh, school festival committee. So Laguna page. Looking for new members. Latest entry. Renoa. Hi, my name is Renoa. I'm not a student at Garden, but I'll be staying here for a while. I really like it here. There's something I wanted to say. When you make friends, it'd be nice to be able to finish growing up together without having to think we'll be separated. Even if we do grow up apart, I want to be able to meet up and talk with a smile. What am I trying to say? Anyway, I don't think I've ever been in a setting so many people about my age. It's kinda like camp. It's fun. Really glad I'm here. Uh, no. Rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. Has to be the Sir Laguna fan page. Get me out of this hellhole. There's no escape. Okay. Now, dedicated to Laguna. Timber Maniacs. Yeah, yes, I want to see. Do you understand this picture? So Laguna even wrote Estar's secret. But actually, I know what it is. This is where Sir Laguna went scouting. Was it okay for this to be published? I guess he really needed the money. You all know this place. It's the hotel in Bahamut. So Sir Laguna went to Bahamut too. Looks like Sir Laguna likes hotels. Article says he really wanted to stay at the hotel but ran out of money. He wasn't able to try the famous Bahamut fish. Laguna in the Shumi tribe. Article says he got lost and injured but thankfully ended up here. Seems like Laguna gets lost a lot, but he always repays an act of kindness. By the way, the master here is a Shumi. I heard all about it from Squall. Shumi tribe. I want to meet them. This is something extra. It's the entrance to the Centra ruins. You see me in the picture? There's a statue of a sorceress at night. It's kinda nice, although there are tons of monsters. The Laguna in a movie. Plus, it looks like it was shot near Trabia. He could have been famous, but I betcha he can't act. He speaks way too highly of himself in the article. I just find it strange that I don't see Ward in the picture. Looky here, he writes proudly of it in the article. A pub somewhere, plus the owner, no name or location written down. Actually, I know where it is. I won't say though, out of respect for Sir Laguna. But if it's that important, he shouldn't have published it in the magazine. I guess it's something special. Well, that's rubbish. Garden Square, what the hell is this? Message from Garden. Fence, cafeteria, disciplinary committee, library. No. Basics. Garden forest. Yep, this is not useful. It's possible we don't have the right Timber Maniacs, really. But in general, none of the articles provided any information about the area. It's just commentary from Selfie. So I don't think that's going to be all that useful. We did get a few new cards. Something interesting. 100 mega elixirs. Cerberus, lightweight, dead spirits. Not bad. Yeah, I think we're done with the card game. I thought I might have patience to play more of it, but yeah. And I think, yeah, Final Fantasy IX has a card game too. For some reason, I find that like that more. I don't recall at the moment what the hell the difference is. It's done in a very different way, but it's still basically a similar type of card game. It might be more sort of a cohesive game, in that there's not a huge amount of rule changes here and there constantly. There's just a simple game with simple rules, and that's it. Not to say that there aren't any trick moves or things like that, but they're based on the cards themselves and not some kind of a bullshit rules that vary from game to game. Maybe. Our shops here. Yeah, it's hard to know because I really have no idea what I'm looking for. It in many ways might be better not to actually do this. I think we might be better off going training the Guardian forces back. Should be fairly fast. Would be basically fighting against Cactuar. We would be using limit breaks. I do need to make some preparations for that. Squall and Quizzes near limit break should be all that's necessary. Ooh, senor! This is why you need the limit breaks. Because fuckers will just run away at first opportunity, so we basically get to attack now and then, and that's it. If the attack doesn't cause a kill, the fucker will just run off. I don't want to waste time chasing those, so I have a few ideas what we will do. Excellent, the worm. Abyss worm. My idea would be basically to try the auto initiative, which will allow us to start the fight with immediately, and then use Squall and Chris's special abilities to quickly end the fight. Sanch. That's probably good enough. Still. One of you sons of bitches will have the initiative Enables action as soon as the battle begins. Same time, we're not gonna get a lot of experience out of these fights anyway, pretty much 0. So that's not really a consideration. We'll fight here, especially because we don't want any experience fight. We just want the ability points as quickly as possible. I'm gonna try the shockwave pulsar thing if I can. Might be enough to kill. Oh, well, only one of them. Might as well try normal attacking back. Need to check our items too, now that I think about it. We got something from Bahamut at least. Hyper wrist, strength plus 60%. Yeah. I'm not gonna use this now because once we have the Guardian forces a bit more developed, we have to sort of split them up or where we feel first best, and at that point we might want to put the strength 60% on something. Use amnesia greens to wipe out some totally pointless ability from the Guardian Force and just put something like this in. Same with the Royal Crown, magic plus 6%. So it just doesn't make sense in my opinion to assign them quite yet. I especially like the shopping capabilities of the Unburied King. Is this good enough? That would be 60 ability points right there. No, it's not even remotely. Yeah, yes it is. Fuck. We actually developed multiple skills at the same time. Auto Reflect. Reflect activates automatically in battle. Not sure if that's good. Status attack junction. Still, it's a well, more hit points. No, status attack. Spirit speed. What about you? Status defense junctions, please. Medical data doubles effective medicine. Yeah, I think I'd like to develop this type of thing. Not necessarily because it's useful, but it's unique and it might unlock something else. Rare item. Defend. Actually, I'm not quite sure what it does. I know what a defend does in Final Fantasy VII, but this isn't Final Fantasy VII. Yes. Might as well take it. Call shop. Call shops from the menu screen. Receive discounts from shop. Yes. I certainly don't want to go shop hunting, so if we could just, whenever at any point, call up a shop through a guardian force, it would be very, very convenient. Especially if we have their extra shopping capabilities to buy at a lower price and find rare items. Combat against Cactuar. Cowardly sons of bitches. That's another 60. Usually you need about 200 to get something done, so 4 fights like these? Oh shit, yeah, definitely do not use shockwave pulse time. These guys are actually fairly hard to harm. There has to be some kind of ability that works well on them. Spirit bonus. No. Would a normal attack be the best option here? No, because they're very hard to hit. Squall will hit because he has 255% chance of hitting with his sword, but the others will not. You can't really learn anything useful anymore. So learn whatever. I'm gonna have to use amnesia greens. But that's a worry for another time. It wouldn't hurt us to have multiple guys who have fairly good strength values. We should also start stockpiling the good spells, Ultima especially. So we should go around visiting the islands of Heaven and Hell and the Shumi village from time to time to just take everything in that we can. Use Doom on one enemy. Use haste, berserk, protect on all, defend. Reduce damage until next command. That might be... That probably is actually fairly good on anyone who's not actively taking part in the current combat. For example, Selfie quite often, when we're trying to do the limit breaks, is basically just doing nothing. So something like this would make sure she'll take reduced damage until next command, which will probably never even come. So just take reduced command. Reduced damage. Expend hit points to attack, absorb hit points. So yeah, I see defend for being useful, but certainly, well, probably not for a character you want to basically use to burst as much damage in as possible. Although I don't know how effective the damage reduction is. I'm assuming half damage. It could be a lifesaver still, and that's assuming. So it could be something different. We might as well test those abilities at certain points. I mean, all of them pretty much. Yeah, certainly looks like best way to just kill this is to have Squall have the one attack, that's it. Try not to do anything too fancy. We are not gonna get all of them, but we're getting so many it won't matter. Status defense times 4. That is a good one. Rare item. More likely to receive rare items. Mugging. Auto protect. Expand to... No, only spend 1 magic when using double spell. I'm guessing there's a good chance we can get the similar ability for triple. I'm curious about the call shop ability, because we now have the improved offering from shop, so... There's also a chance we could get access to special shops we can't access otherwise. Yeah, definitely Squall's normal attacks gonna be the way to go here. It's just nice, quick and easy. Nothing of usefulness. Levels up medicine. Hmm. Don't get that. Discounts at shops. Easier to buy rare items. Ah, so every shop we visited gets called. Ooh, rare items. Items we haven't seen yet. Yes, please. Cold fan. Okay, that is really interesting. Oh, what is this? Giant's ring. 40%. So yeah, we can buy actually decent upgrades. Probably best buy with the discount. Something useful. Different types of ammo. Fast ammo. Ammo for rapid fire. Yeah, the S horror shops are the only really interesting ones. Still, we got items. Hopefully useful items. Combat King. Different beat. My final heaven. Mysterious monster death. Odell Burke, 67, of Timber, was tending to his field when he found a dead monster after hearing a loud impact sound. Mr. Burke said it occurred while he was making a fence with steel pipes. Really strange death. So near Timber, something might be happening. Cold Fan 2, photo exclusive, it's an unidentified flying object. On the left is a photo shot in SR. Take a look at the unidentified flying object in the center. Have you ever seen any monster or airplane like this? Some say it may be SR's secret weapon, but residents in the area say it appears when there is a major Marlboro outbreak. Would these be clues? There's specific mention of steel pipes here. Here it's Marlboro outbreak, so Marlboros give Marlboro tentacles. That's another item mentioned. There are nasty things to go after though. Yeah, protection against Berserk and Confuse is a must. After that, shouldn't be too much of a problem. Degenerate them or mug them. But still, that could be a thing. And there's the location where you find the monsters too. I'm storing it in the back of my brain. Steel pipes, Marlboro tentacles. I still would like to have an actual information of confirmation. Is it, what is that even relating to? Istar is probably the best place to do it if there's one one place we can get any additional information. Maybe the Dr. Odin and the shopping district in general. Okay, what's the situation with those items too? Steel pipes and Marlboro tentacles. Steel pipes is something we could probably get very easily, some new ones. We can get them from the gorilla type enemies. I'm pretty sure about that. Not a tough opponent for us at this point, very easy to get. However, yeah, the tentacles, that's a different matter. We have two. We have no really use for them. Did someone get a ability? Yeah, I don't think we're going to be doing this for long. I do want to at least try to get the missing Guardian Force as soon as possible. It will also have abilities we'd like to have. At least I assume so. It has to be the status effect one though, so very likely it will have protect against status defense 4, very likely. Quick look, do we have anything we really want to have now? I think so. Because we're still getting refine abilities from Alexander. I don't think we've ever used him. Oh yeah, another big user of Guardian Forces. Still, we have to get a lot of high-level magics from somewhere. I'd like to get the Haggle ability. Even though we have a decent chunk of cash, it's not exactly being created at a huge, fast pace. There's going to be expensive purchases for us, or other purchases. The refining could take quite a lot of money. We should check it out anyway. Refine better medicine from the existing medicine. If we can manufacture things like mega elixirs, that would be great. At the same time, if we can, it's not going to be cheap. Sell high at shops, okay. Huh. Okay, ability refine, medical level up, potion plus, X potion, mega potion, mega phoenix, mega elixir, remedy plus, high potion plus, hero, holy war. Yeah, I don't know how useful that's gonna be. However, I want to quickly go through Ishtar city. Oh, no, don't land. Talk to the few people there, see if we can learn something. Maybe go to the shopping district, see if we can buy something. Should be able to land inside the city, so no fighting necessary. Where can we land? Yeah, no? There's landing strip. Spar air station. I would assume the shopping district would be the likeliest place to find something of use. Are there still enemies being created here? Yeah, yes they are. So this is definitely in a very different situation or a place than I thought. It means we're gonna go visit the shopping center with Encounter None and not pretty much it. It looks like we would have to visit the orphanage before things happen anywhere else. At least that's how it seems to me. Ooh, rare item is an actual ability you have to junction. Ah. Yeah, because it's in affects battle probably. It's the doctor, yeah? Visit Dr. Odin, visit the shops, and that's pretty much it for now. For now, I'll go to the Islands of Heaven and Hell and loot as much magic out of them as possible. Getting more Ultimas is a real high priority. Best buffing ability we can hope for. Monsters? They are not here. This chaos is wonderful. More research subject for my work. Yeah. Doctor is very happy. Ooh, now that I think about it, it has to be the Doom train. Yeah, it's a train. This is a picture of a train, which means these are related to it. So Marlboro tentacles, steel pipes, and what else? Yeah, there's tracks running over this guy. It's the Doom train. So we need Occult Fan 3 to unlock this. Steel pipes, we have to go and get those. Marlboro tentacles will require us to do some refining. What's the third? Without that, we're just wasting our time. It could be anything, and we don't know the numbers either. Have we visited all? Cheryl's store was not open. Yeah. Rosetta Stone. What? Really looks like the Amberry King does provide you with everything. Junk shops, not yet though. Elixirs can be bought. 37,500. Mega Phoenix 1,500. This is good. Mega Potion. This is very, very good because these can probably be refined into things we couldn't otherwise refine. Elixirs is something we can't really afford to buy though. 37,500? Yeah, we couldn't even buy 10 of these. At the same time, we're gonna need Dragon Fangs and Pulse Ammo. Dragon Skin. Star Fragments. Marlboro Tentacles, Sharp Spikes, Energy Crystals. Force Armlet, Energy Crystals. Curse Spikes, Star Fragments. Yeah, there's lots and lots of things that we need, and I don't... Playing cards, I mean a huge amount of cards would be one way of getting things, but for us, I think the option has to be to just go around and kill stuff. Yeah, well, either way, we're gonna get a lot of here. I'll visit the Islands of Hill and Heaven, and that'll be it. Have to turn into an Occult Fan number 3 somehow. Yes, definitely yes. We need to know what the third item is. And I think we would really help if we knew the numbers. Marlboro tentacles are not that easy to get, but you can probably get a dozen or so once we protect ourselves from them. Steel pipe, same thing. So I'm not sure how big of a deal it is really. I'm assuming as long as you have a sufficient numbers, they will be okay with it. We might be able to get more elixirs if we solve the UFO puzzle. At the same time, we might be losing them. Still, elixirs are not big of a deal. We have mega elixirs, so... And we can turn, I think, one of our cars to hundreds of those. A Bahamut or something, so... Not exactly a huge consideration. Primary target for these will be Selfie, as long as she can take them, then we'll move on to someone else. Ultima is the biggest thing. Well, Holy and Ultima is probably hard to get through any other means. Tornado and Quake are we can certainly get. Not sure how we can no, we can get air easily, and we can refine that to Tornado. We can do probably the same thing with Quake. But Ultima, I don't think we can refine it from anything. Same with Holy, so those are the big things. Flare might also be fairly good as a buffing spell to have, in that it buffs our attributes. It seems to be a fairly okay attack spell, but Meltdown is better if we just want to weaken the enemy. I wonder if there are other hidden sides. I can't think of a reason though why there should be. Because there's no more hidden guardian forces. So. Probably should try to get Quake and Tornado to everyone. Seems to be a fairly good ability because it basically combines two elemental attributes into something useful. Definitely a good thing to junction to defensive elemental abilities. Even Meteor is probably refinable through some means. Aura, Ultima, and Holy would be the three ones that are hard to get. Ultima would be the best one. Aura certainly has its uses, but we don't need that massive amount of it. I don't think it's particularly one of the top of the line buffing or something to junction on. It's just in a few fights you'd be very glad to have it. And in those you probably are gonna use like 9 or 1,000 of them. That'll be the use you get out of them. So very good, but at the same time only in fairly limited numbers. Ultima on the other hand we would like to have 100 if we can possibly manage that? 100 on everyone. Okay, Shumi Village and we're done. I would assume the occult van could be found already. We just haven't visited the correct place, or we've just somehow managed to ignore it. Because it seems like once we go into the lunatic Pandora, we're sort of I think setting things in motion. So there's really no coming back from that one anymore. I'm not 100% sure that's the case, but I would assume so. So after that we don't really want to do all that much extra. We want to push the game to the end. High magic. Can we refine? Fire and Braga. Arrows and tornadoes. Arrows should be fairly easy to manufacture, so yeah, we do want to move into that general direction. More space. Probably don't need the water, certainly don't need the fire. Or the blizzard. Or the thunder. Screws. Yeah, we're not playing these anymore, so might as well refine everything. Even though it produces scrap. We're still gonna be. Ooh. Yeah, no, it's easier to probably take down Marlboros than it is to use the card game to get them potions. We're still gonna be left with a handful of cards. So if there, for some possible reason, we want to do this again, we do have the cards to do it. Yeah, just looking at, well, Dino Bones would be for Plagues. Adamantines, yeah. Black holes, dead spirits, lightweights, elixirs. These are all nice, but at the same time, we don't have immediate use for them, so I'm inclined to keep the cards, again, just as a backup. Thunder, thunder, thunder. Arrows. sheer feather. We don't have all too many of them. Tornadoes. Just looking at my options. Quarters, yeah, nothing particularly interesting here. There. Inferno Fang. Yeah. Yep. Ah, zombies, Gragas, full lives. Holy. Eden. Holy. Death. Death. Ah, death. Everyone has to have 100 deaths. Death protection is pretty much mandatory. Anything else of interest? Rocket engine. Triples. Slows, hastes, stops, and hastes, and slews. 20 quakes. Yeah, we have dinosaur bones now. Steel orb. Not sure if a demi is really required on everyone. Dragon fin. Black hole. Bio, break, blind, silence. Confused is definitely something. Steel pipes. Berserks. Yeah, that might be nice. We do have to protect ourselves from berserks. At the same time, yeah, we don't have a lot of these. Magic stone. Sleep. Bio. Silence. Blind. Break. Confused. Trail sword. This can be gotten from Forbiddens. We know where we can find those. We definitely could use more confused. Meltdowns. Pain. Curse spike. Don't know what pain does. Betrayal swords. More of these, please, definitely. Suna. Shell. Spell Suna. Aura. Shell. Takes. Aura. Ooh, Fury fragments will find 5 auras. That's good. Very good. So I think we have use for Fury fragments, so don't want to turn them into auras. Refined forbidden magic from an item. Okay. Pulse ammo refines into Ultima, but pulse ammo is actually very valuable to us because it's required for the best weapon, and yeah, we have no idea how to make them. Dark matter. 1 dark matter refines into 100 Ultimas. Who wants 100 Ultimas? What is this? Yeah. Luma Stone, Meteor Stone. Well, that was useful. Medicine, medicine, medicine. Mega potions, Phoenix Downs, high potions. This might be in mega potions. Good if we want to produce certain items like the elixirs that were extremely expensive. Holy waters, remedy, antidotes, echo screams, eye drops, soft. Remedies. Ammo. Anything that produces pulse ammunition, fast ammunition, normal ammunition, dark ammunition, fire ammunition, demolition ammunition, dark, fire, armor piercing, demolition, armor piercing. So we do not have tools, aura, tent, aura stone. So steel pipes would be useful for a lot of things. Our wrist, aura stone. Dark matter, 100 curse spikes. Fury fragment, 2 aura stones. Rosetta stone, 1 shaman stone. What is a shaman stone? What is a Rosetta stone anyway? Okay, what is a Rosetta stone? GF learns ability times 4 ability. Okay, that's very useful and we would like to learn it right now. However, what is a shaman stone? We can turn one of those into a shaman stone. Ability times 4, yeah, currently only the Bahamut has it. Show me what is we're gonna end here no matter what. So I want to see what the hell is a shaman stone. Could it possibly be something more useful than that? I doubt it. Where is it? Stone with mystical power. Squall's compatibility with Bahamut went up 3. Yeah, we're gonna load, but yeah, we'll do what we do some other time. The ability times 4 is by far the more useful ability. I think, yeah, everyone has 3. You have 4 because you have Bahamut, and you have 2. So whatever this piece of shit has, it needs more. 2 is just not good enough. Although at the same time, it would be, we shouldn't recklessly combine it with anything. Before we use things like that, we really have to think about the Guardian forces, what we have, and how we want to split them according to these 3 people. So I really would like to have the Doom train before that, and that means go and hunt all the occult number 3. Once we have that, things should become clear.